All right, before we go any further, I want to know who's actually built different. Who's done being the people pleaser? Who's tired of chasing empty validation? Who's done being the nice guy just to get trampled on? If that's you, if you're finally ready to understand women in a way most men never will, then drop the word reckon in the comments. Why? Because every man hits a moment of reckoning. Most run from it. But you're walking straight into it. Let's see who's got the courage to own that. Now, buckle up, because fact number 1 hits like a punch in the gut. 1. Older women aren't settling. They're choosing from power, not panic. Let's kill the myth that older women just pick whoever's left. You think she chose you because she's desperate? No, she's been through the storm. Charmers, cheaters, smooth talkers, cowards, men who look great on paper but shattered under pressure. She's done with fantasy. Now, she chooses from clarity. Older women don't chase posturing boys. They crave grounded, steady, unshakable men. She's no longer hypnotized by muscles or motorcycles. She wants emotional depth. She wants presence. If she picks you, it's not because you're her last option. It's because you pass the filters built from heartbreak and brutal wisdom. Think she doesn't have choices? Think again. She's not looking to be saved. She's looking for someone who can stand in the fire with her and not blink. That's rare. And when she picks you, it means everything. 2. They're more sexually confident than you're ready for. This isn't flirt and blush behavior. She knows what she wants, and she doesn't apologize for it. No games, no guessing, no, oops, did I send that? She's lived through the awkward years. Now, she knows her body, her desires, her fantasies, and she knows how to express them. And if you're not rooted in your masculinity, her presence will shake you, not with noise, but with calm, commanding energy. That look, that stillness, it's not just seduction, it's authority. She doesn't beg for your attention. She pulls it in with gravity. And when you meet her in that space with calm, depth, and emotional honesty, you enter a connection most men never taste. Not ego, intimacy, real, raw, transformative. But don't try to impress her. Don't try to out-alpha her. Just be real. She'll feel it. And if you fake it, she'll see through you in seconds. 3. Older women are drawn to men who have nothing to prove. They can smell insecurity dressed up as swagger from a mile away. Flash your car. Brag about your income. Talk about your cool life. She's unimpressed. She's seen 100 like you, but the man who doesn't need to prove anything, the one who doesn't chase attention, that's the one who holds her interest. Because real power is quiet. It's felt. It's the way he holds eye contact, the way he listens, the way he just is. He doesn't flex. He doesn't convince. He doesn't perform. He just stands, clear, grounded, whole. And that stillness, that calm, it makes her feel safer than her own thoughts. You don't win her with noise. You win her with depth. 4. She doesn't want perfection. She wants presence. Forget the illusions. 6-pack, 6-figure income, 6 lines of game. She doesn't want your mask. She wants your attention. Real, undivided presence. Not half listening. Not mentally rehearsing your next line. Just stillness, silence, space. So when she speaks, you listen. Not to impress, but to understand. And that kind of attention, it hits her like a jolt, because she spent years being half seen by insecure men. Presence doesn't shout. It anchors. It holds a room without touching it. She knows when you're present and when you're pretending. And when you show up with real curiosity, not performance, something in her opens, something that's been asleep for years. Because she's tired of being invisible. She doesn't need perfect. She needs you, all in, no mask. 5. She smells manipulation before you even finish your sentence. You try to play games, she won't argue, she won't chase. She'll disappear. Quietly, completely, because she's not here to fix you. She's not your emotional project. She's not your crash course in becoming a man. She's been through liars, gaslighters, manipulators, and she studied every move. She healed. So you try a fake, deep act? She'll vanish before you blink. Not out of anger, but out of wisdom. She doesn't waste energy teaching grown boys how to be men. She doesn't want your potential. She wants your truth, delivered without games, without ego. And if you can't bring that, she'll walk away with grace, and you'll never hear from her again. Now tell me this. Are you the kind of man who gets chosen by this kind of woman, or are you still performing for ones who don't even see you? Your move. She's seen enough to spot the game before it even begins, and she no longer entertains it. If you're saying all the right things just to get her in bed, she'll smile, maybe nod, then vanish like vapor. Why? Because she doesn't respond to words. She responds to consistency, to energy, to the truth behind her actions. You think you're clever trying to fool her? You're already behind. She's not listening to your words. She's feeling your energy. Try to neg her, and she'll instantly read your insecurity. Withdraw attention to manipulate her. She'll label it for what it is. Immaturity. Attempt to create artificial tension to stir attraction. She won't even blink. She's too seasoned to be entertained by cheap tricks. What keeps her? Honesty. Clarity. The confidence to be real from the start. Not because you're trying to win her, but because you know who you are. She doesn't want to decode cryptic messages. She wants a man who speaks truth and can hold space for hers. And if you're using tactics to impress her, stop. Every time you try to control the outcome, you reveal just how little control you have inside. Here's the twist. When you show up with no agenda, no mask, no performance, you shine. That man is rare, unforgettable, and magnetic. That's who she's been waiting for. She's drawn to confidence, not ego. Don't confuse the two. Walking loud, bragging, showing off your car, your body, your job. She'll smile, but in her mind, she's already left. Walking with grounded calm and quiet eyes that say, I know who I am, and I don't need noise to prove it. Now you've got her full attention. Older women, they can smell the difference between grounded confidence and fragile ego within 5 seconds. One uplifts her, the other tries to shrink her. Confidence is knowing your flaws and owning them. Ego is trying to dominate every room to mask self-doubt. She doesn't care how many women chase you or how much you bench. She wants to know, can you sit with her in silence and still feel complete? Can you hear no and not break? That's real strength. That's sex appeal. That's what keeps her coming back. She doesn't fear intimacy. She craves it. She's not cold. She's exhausted. Tired of men who fake depth to get her into bed. Tired of pillow talk with no real connection. But when she meets a man who can look her in the eye and not flinch when she speaks her truth about her pain, her passion, her past, she opens. She breathes. Because she's done performing. She wants real. If you face your demons and come out stronger, she sees that. And when she feels emotionally safe, her walls crumble, her desire erupts. And trust me, you won't have to ask if she's into you. She'll make it clear. She doesn't want to be chased. She wants to be chosen. There's a big difference. She's not a prize to win. She's a woman to see. Not for her looks, but for her soul. Don't play games. Don't confuse her just to create drama. If you want her attention, bring clarity, not chaos. Don't act desperate. Be deliberate. Choose her not because you need someone, but because she is the one that resonates with your spirit. That kind of intention? Rare. And it touches a woman who's been seen too often for the wrong reasons. She's drawn to masculinity, but not the one Hollywood sells. Not the loud, aggressive, dominant act. Her kind of masculinity is calm, steady. It's knowing when to speak and when silence heals. It's presence, not performance. She doesn't need saving. She needs assurance you won't shatter when life gets hard. Masculinity, to her, is containment, emotional mastery. It's walking beside her, not above her. When she sees that kind of strength, she doesn't just want you, she trusts you. And trust is the key to her body, her mind, her heart. She won't chase, but she'll match your energy. Think she's being distant? She's simply reflecting you. Show disinterest, and she'll detach. Show warmth, and she'll mirror it. She's done overgiving. She's done proving her worth. Now, she expects you to meet her at her level. Bring her clarity and respect, and she'll soften. bring confusion, and she'll protect her peace. Not because she's playing games, but because she finally knows how to guard her spirit. And here's the hardest truth. She will walk away, even if she loves you. You can be everything, and she'll still leave if you disrupt her peace. She stayed too long before, swallowed too many lies, clung to too much potential. Not anymore. Now she honors patterns. If your presence feels heavy, if your silence feels punishing, she won't fight. She won't beg. She'll leave, quietly with dignity, not because she's cold, but because she finally chose herself. So if you have a woman like that, one with storms in her eyes and light in her soul, don't take her for granted. Because once she stops feeling safe with you, it's already over. You won't get closure. You'll get silence. And if that hits somewhere deep, don't just watch. Become. Start showing up as the man she believed existed. And if you're on that journey, building yourself brick by brick, subscribe. Not for me, for you, because a real man never stops growing, never stops evolving,